Okay, welcome back everyone. It is LaughNgamez here. I'm back, and it is time for another Starcraft 2 1 versus 1 pro bot match. We have got ourselves a bot versus bot game. It is going to be a couple of bots that I've commentated before, and that's how we know it's going to be a great game. It's going to be BenBotBC taking on VeTerran Revive. So, we've definitely cast VeTerran before. However, this is VeTerran Revive, now going for a brute force strategy, apparently, going to be its play today. So, I'm excited to see if this bot has been, or how much this bot has been reworked. That kind of thing. And then, yeah, we got ourselves a TVT, bot versus bot, though, being the most important part. And I do apologize for, as every video is tradition, I apologize for the lack of videos. Real busy with work and stuff, but trying to play as many video games as I can. Even though I don't necessarily have a ton of time to do videos and stuff like that. But as always, ladies and gentlemen, before we get too far into this, make sure to comment down more bots in the comment section. More bots, add as many O's and A's and exclamation marks to that as you want, to let me know that you want to see more bots, and it helps out with the YouTube algorithm. And I promise you, I will commentate more bots. Also, slap that like button. Ooh, an interesting wall here for BenBot. Going down for a low ground bunker supply depot wall. That's interesting. I wonder if this is... I know I've commentated BenBot before, but I don't recall this. Maybe that's just because it's been a while, but this is an interesting wall. Something you think you might see more like versus a Zerg or a Protoss, as opposed to a TVT. But we'll see. We've got a scouting SCV for VeTerran running around, getting all the information that it needs. Runs into a Marine, but it should make its way on out. So good news for that SCV. All the while BenBot not scouting. BenBot, from what I recall, is a bit of a kitchen sink bot, other than its main battlecruiser play. So we'll see. Yeah, low ground bunker for a low ground wall. SCV's getting a little confused there as one body blocks the command center for a second. All the while Starport on the way for VT. Okay, a couple Marines on the way out. Now up to 4, going up to 6. Is VeTerran gonna try and push out? The strategy is called brute force, so there's a chance that it may just move out with, say, like a Medivac or a Viking and a tank. That's kind of the most basic push you can do as a Terran, but basic is sometimes good when it comes to StarCraft. And so we may see whether BenBot does or does not have an adequate defense against this kind of thing. Could be a Medivac drop. We'll have to see how this plays out, but either way, I'm excited to see a bot going for such a basic build, as it really lets you know where the bot stands as far as its performance and such goes. A Hellion follow-up is an interesting one. I guess the logic is just get that bad boy across the map as quick as possible, fastest unit possible. Now, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, make sure to hit that like button. Let's go for 16 likes, since there's 16 Marines on the map right now. And yeah, we see this big wall for BenBot. It's gonna help as far as preventing units getting in, but as far as actually costing BenBot, it definitely could. As the bot goes for more supply depots, definitely more supply depots than it needs. But these supply depots could quickly start getting gunned down. There's 3 Marines for BenBot. Oh my gosh, that was carnage. Pure carnage there. The tank working away on this bunker, so resources are going to be getting expended to repair this. Keep in mind, it's 2 base versus just a second base going up now for VT, so not completely committed to this push. We've got a turret going up as BenBot. Interesting response. Makes sense, though, if your opponent does have air control, which is so common with these pushes. We've got another Hellion coming across the map. Now, this is where it's interesting for VT. Instead of going for an extra tank, it's producing these Hellions. Now, Hellions aren't going to help break this bunker, so there's a chance that this bunker simply may not be broken at all. Raven going to fly forward, eat some shots from those Marines. These Marines are hugging their tank, which is very good to see. means they're not getting picked off. A couple more Marines eat a tank shot there. The tank shooting at the bunker, not at the SCVs, just continuously burning through BenBot's resources. Now, time is on BenBot's side, I think. Oh, actually, VT gonna go in, gonna break this position. Did not give me a chance to finish my sentence there, but that's exciting. In goes these Marines. They're now splitting against the tank fire. The Widowmine gets picked off. Not all the Marines have gone in. Auto turret attempted to pick off that tank, did not succeed. There's a tank now out for BenBot though. SCVs are also repairing this Viking in the sky. No auto turret. Or an auto turret was placed by VT, but it was too far back. And so, with this one tank versus one tank, it might be a hold here from BenBot, as yeah, a lot of those Marines got picked off, and I think that BenBot has held the line. Now with a Viking out, that's very, very important. Gonna zone away VeTerran, VeTerran's Raven. That's a big deal. We've now got turrets on the way for VeTerran back at home, bolstering up defenses. +1 infantry attacks on the way. That's an interesting choice. Auto turret goes down for BenBot. Excellent choice to use that auto turret. Gonna kill off that tank. Getting that kill's a big deal. While we still have Hellions being produced by VeTerran, which is just quite bizarre. An armory on the way though, so at least maybe they can be Hellbats now, which would definitely be better when it comes to pushing and such. But looks like VeTerran is not giving up. Gonna move on in. Marines shooting away on those Vikings, getting some work done. VeTerran now going for its own Vikings, so gonna be trying to seize control of the air there. But as far as pushing into a tank versus a tank, that's going to be a very difficult thing to have an AI successfully do. Auto turret gets tossed down, kills ASCV, delays that supply depot being built, and oh my gosh, the tank of VeTerran was actually able to kill the one of BenBot. That is a huge deal. I thought they were totally out of range of each other, but that was not the case. And then when vision was provided, I guess that got picked off there. So, we're 7 minutes into this game. BenBot is still on the defensive. What a great game this is. I'm glad this random replay I clicked on is delivering so much. Auto turret really being clutch here for BenBot. Kills off the tank again. Keeping that tank count down for VeTerran is just huge. Now, this is where things are really going to change in this game, I think. Oh, there's classic BenBot. Auto turret cancel. Auto turret cancel. Where's the Raven? Where's it spamming? I don't know why it does that. Now, there's the bunker up for BenBot, and another one was built. That's also important to note. Great defensive capabilities from the spot that we're seeing. VeTerran now got a Cyclone out, which definitely can lock on, potentially kill off some high-value targets. Instead, it locks onto a supply depot. I mean, it's something. Given enough time, it could kill all the supply depots, but I don't think it's got that time. Seeing as how there's going to be a battlecruiser on the way here for BenBot. Now, all of a sudden, those turrets that VeTerran is building make a little bit more sense as far as defending against these BCs go. I wonder if this is a response to BenBot, or whether this is just general play. Either way, they're definitely going to help out, potentially. But the frontline push may just die for BenBot. Cyclone locking onto an SCV, auto turret goes down, working away on that Widowmine, getting that is nice before it fires on a Viking or the Raven. So while there's the push going on for VeTerran, eventually it's going to have to back up. I didn't even notice that BenBot snuck over a command center, so it's going to be 3 bases against 3 bases. That battlecruiser is now out, not committing on in, but this one BC I'm pretty sure can probably push this army away with a little bit of help. Tanks working away on this planetary fortress. That is being repaired though, that's a big deal. Now the BC is going to start shaving away on some of these Marines. If that Cyclone gets a lock on and then retreats, that would be good. But we have yet to see that happen as instead of locks onto that one SCV, this Cyclone really likes the easy target. Combat shield now done for the Marines of VT. Stim on the way. Armor on the way. We've even got a THOR on the way. Wow. THORs versus battlecruisers. That's going to be cool to see. I think generally BCs win that fight, but THORs can hold their own. And we'll see what the count's going to be. Vikings and THORs definitely can be an answer to battlecruisers. Right now we see a big old fanning out of the units for VeTerran. The tank's still shooting away in this planetary, but the BC going to work away on one of them. And the scary thing is for VeTerran, if it just starts trickling units, while BenBot is able to just whittle them down and eventually build up the critical BC count. So far, though, no more battlecruisers on the way. I guess BenBot just focusing on getting up its economy. That battlecruiser, doing a good job keeping the army away. Wouldn't mind getting picked off. As far as units goes, though, there's not a ton here for BenBot. So this one BC is actually so critical. We got extra command centers on the way for both bots. VeTerran's is on location. This game is actually insane. How dynamic bot versus bot games have become. I remember looking at some of the bot games like years and years ago, and just being like, wow, okay, that's kind of cool, but not really entertaining. These games are just fantastic. That battlecruiser does escape, uses its teleport away. That's one of the key features there. BenBot gonna get repaired on up, live to fight another day. Another starport's on the way, but no extra battlecruisers are on the way. And as far as the unit count goes for VE, this is actually gonna be causing a lot of trouble here for BenBot, I think. The Marines not engaging the planetary, which is probably the right decision if it gets tugged. This Thor is just wandering forward like a mad Thor. I was gonna say madman, but it's the Thor. Wouldn't mind get the shot off, but then good micro by VE. VE gonna pull back at the Thor. So both these bots doing a good job keeping their critical injured units alive. Now let's take a look here. We see Yamato Cannon go down on that Raven. That's a big deal. The Marines simply are not going to be up to the task of taking on this BC, I think. I mean, they're just going to run away, probably. Endlessly. Stim is now done, though, so the Marines definitely are more formidable. Their count isn't exactly skyrocketing. We see 4 at a time. See, another tech lab on the way for VeTerran. That's an interesting choice, seeing as how it's just making Marines to go for multiple racks with tech labs. Not going to read too much into that, though. These Marines are microing back. The planetary really is the defensive position for BenBot. Without this PF, BenBot would be dead. Getting up another base, though, that's a big deal. It's going to really help boost up BenBot's economy. This battlecruiser does actually go down. Was that the one battlecruiser that died? Yes, it was. This tank at the back it's really just on the planetary and the siege tank. Now, Thors pack a lot of damage. The Marines are taking shots from the tank. That tank is not getting targeted down. This Raven has full energy. It could potentially toss down tons of auto turrets with their high DPS or interference matrix. We're not seeing any of that, though, from VeTerran's Raven. That's a little bit of wasting potential there. And I think we're going to have to see these Medivacs save these Thors once again. At least the Thors are being saved. But BenBot lives to fight another day. But oh man, now it's triple Thor production from VeTerran. That is good usage of the economy. All the while, there's really nothing impressive being made for BenBot. One battlecruiser? Come on, BenBot, you can do better. Show me the battlecruisers. As this one BC will actually push back VeTerran again. VeTerran's been in the lead army supply-wise for the longest time. Both bots are on 4 bases, though, so this game can really go either way. I am loving the Thor production from VeTerran, though, and just seeing these Thors move in and out and get kited back with the Medivacs. It's just like an endless skirmish. Have I cast a game between these two bots like this before? I might have, and that's not surprising, seeing as how bots are pretty linear, that these two would have a game like this again. But I'm just loving this. Thors working away on just all these units. They stand up against the planetary a lot better than the Marines do, but the tank at the back, it does work wonders against these Thors, having to continuously pull them back. The Thors with their long shot, high impact payload mode, though, do a good job zoning out that battlecruiser. Having to pull back again, and as long as it's a trickle, BenBot can hold the line here, and it is a trickle of Thors. That's exactly what it is. The Thor, is it gonna die? Is there a Medivac gonna come in to save it? Yeah, it walks away and then gets lifted up. These Thors know their car is waiting for them. A 5th base is now up on the way for VE. BenBot already got his 5th base up. These bots are really mirroring each other. A tank is set up, though, for VeTerran. That's a big deal. No harassment or anything from these bots. It's just brute force all the way down. Both bots hitting each other. We now even see VeTerran going for its own battlecruiser. It says, hey, you're building battlecruisers, I'm gonna build a battlecruiser. Okay, now we see a battlecruiser that I believe belonged to BenBot actually just went down. The SCVs are looking a little bruised that have been defending this planetary. So things may be getting a little bit worrisome. anti-armor missile goes down on the Thor. I'm not sure about that decision, but better than doing nothing. We see this planetary taking a beating from these Thors. They've got pretty long range. They're actually targeting down a couple of the SCVs. That's going to hurt. Oh, a Thor. Is it going to go down? Yeah, actually a Thor goes down. Was that the first Thor to die? Yes, it was. So a bit of BenBot said morale. That would be a bit of a moral victory there for BenBot. Still, though, this is a little problematic as this base has just been under constant fire. Resources lost is in favor of VeTerran, but it's pretty darn close, and both bots are on 5 bases, so they're not exactly throwing away money at a ridiculous rate. They are both building up in supplies slowly. Upgrades are on the way for both bots. The upgrades are in the lead, though, for VeTerran. More tanks getting set up. They will eventually have enough DPS to bring down this PF, and that moment may be now with the BC, with the Thors on the front. That PF does fall. BenBot looking to be in a bit of trouble here. Oh, Yamato Cannon picks off the battlecruiser of VeTerran, so we'll see what these BCs are going to be able to do. Only 2 Thors there. They could potentially engage this, particularly with Yamato Cannon. Instead, they're just sort of sitting there, eating shots. The BCs are now going to move forward, work away on a tank, it looks like. Yeah, these Thors just engage a little bit more efficiently than the battlecruisers, it looks like. If those BCs, they killed a tank there, and they all had to retreat. That's not a lot of value for 4 battlecruisers. Another base is being sieged by BenBot. BenBot's just saying, all right, expand. Good old AI logic. This is fine. The house is burning. Okay, 3 tanks set up on the planetary. That's great behavior there by VeTerran. Great way in regular TVGs, human TVGs, to harass bases when your opponent's being a turtle bug. Okay, now let's see the Thor wandering on by. This base is going to go down. Not enough SCVs repaired to defend it, so that planetary falls. It's now just 4 bases for BenBot. What's the battlecruiser count? It's 4. How many have died this game? It's 3. 7 BCs would be a lot better than 4. And, yeah, VeTerran seems to be pretty darn well-rounded. Both bots do lack in the harassment, I'll say. I mean, that attack to the north, that was more of an attack than harassment. So something like that could maybe be an addition to either of these bots, but as far as the head-to-head goes across the map, VeTerran seems to be the victor here. This is a thick tank line. The battlecruisers move forward, but there's just too many Thors. That one does at least escape after dropping a Yamato cannon. This one gets on out too. The BC is just trickling a little too inefficiently from BenBot, and that seems to be the case with this bot in most of the games that it loses. It's got pretty good defense, but then just over time, the trickle does not work out. Yeah, resources aren't there for BenBot. I think we've got our victor, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be VeTerran Revive taking down BenBot. So, ladies and gentlemen, make sure to go ahead and hit that like button on this video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Join the Discord. I announce events and stuff whenever I do them there. Consider becoming a member if you want to support the channel. And yeah, I'll try and do as many videos as I can. Okay, let's watch the mopping occur. The BCs suddenly are not going to have anywhere to retreat, as VeTerran is just mopping up. And I believe that's going to be GG. No, I'm pretty sure that's going to be GG.